Alright, we're signed in on both devices, and let's see if we can open up the matchmaking menu. My internet has been very temperamental for some reason, like literally in like the past 15 or so minutes. So let's see. Oh, it's connecting and it's ready. There you go. It's now working. There are a few issues. So my phone is in dark mode, so you can see the canvas view is dark, and also the text field is also blank, and there's no like placeholder text, like the gray text. Now let's see if this works. The eraser doesn't work, so we also need to fix that. But for the most part, I think the UI and stuff should work. So I'm going to stop everything. In the app info, so this is basically info.plist, I need to set the appearance, and appearance is light, and that will force it to be in light mode. For Match Manager, yes, we can start adding more things, and we can get back to the drawing, the erasing tool issue back. Get back to that later on. But let's actually finish off the game because this video is getting very, very long. What happens when we draw? Now we need to add a handler for when we draw, and we already have that. So we need to send the new drawing data. New drawing data. So we need to actually first of all check if if we're the one who's drawing. We can do that by doing match manager, guard match manager. Actually, no, we can do even canvas view dot is user interaction enabled, because if you're able to draw, then that means that you're most likely the drawer and should be sending the new drawing information. If that's not the case, we'll just return, and there you go. And then match manager, just send the data, not send string, send data. This is the canvas views drawing data representation, and this will be, the mode will be reliable. And this is actually, yeah, so that's it. Now we need to actually do something when we update the UI view. So in this case, let's say what happens when we send the actual, receive the new data. So if canvas view dot is user interaction enabled, or we're also not in the game, so match manager dot not in game, then we will also set the canvas view drawing to the match manager's last received drawing. So this is if you're basically the guesser, or if you're not in the game and you're basically clearing the canvas view, we can set the new drawing. And so actually the not in game means that we've wiped the data, so we've reset the game, so that's why we have a special exception for that. And also we should probably do something for when we're switching for roles between guesser and drawer, so we may as well kill two birds in one stone in this case. So let's check if we were previously drawing. So let's set that to canvas view dot is user interaction enabled, and then we can set that. We can basically just copy and paste, do that, and then if we were drawing, or we weren't drawing, and now we are currently drawing, match manager dot currently drawing. And that means that we're the ones responsible for clearing the canvas to, make way for a new prompt. So now our canvas view drawing will equal to a blank PK drawing. Cool. And then back in the match manager, we also want to do something about the timekeeping. So for our remaining time, let's isolate this, and we'll also add a will set observer. So if this is about to be changed, we can check if we're the timekeeper, is timekeeper. Then we can send a string timer with the new timer value, which is new value. And if on either side we have the new value be changed and it's less than 0, then we need to game over. So there'll be its own game over function, and we can deal with that later. Now, back in the match manager, we should be starting to send and receive the data. So if we make a timer, if the timer changes, then we can set the remaining time to an integer of a parameter. If it can't be converted, we just set it to 0. Yeah, just as a default. Now, what happens when we submit a drawing? Submit a guess, I mean. So let's go back to the game view, and we actually have the make guess function. Let's remove our to-do. Thank you, to-do, you served us well. And we have to check, first of all, if the drawing guess is empty. If it is, or isn't empty, but if it is empty, we can just return. We don't want to be submitting empty guesses, that's just a bit wasteful. So otherwise, we'll set manager.sendString, and in this, we'll send a guess for our drawing guess, and we'll clear the drawing guess so we can make way for the next guess. Okay, cool. That's fine. And then back in the match manager, we also need to receive something if we get a guess. So this is on the drawer's end if they have a guess. Now we can just store a variable for temporarily guess correct equals false. You'll see why I'm doing this later. If a parameter dot lowercase, so we're gonna make this case insensitive, is equal to a draw prompt, and be mindful here that all the everyday objects here are all lowercase, so we don't need to worry about them being uppercased, so that's good. So if it's the same, that means it's correct, so guess correct is true. We'll swap for roles, which is going to be its own thing, but guess, but yeah, and then we're going to send some other string. Let me just rearrange this. And then we're going to send a string, and we'll say correct, and parameter being the guess that we had. Now we'll swap the roles, but let's create swap roles. That'll be our own little thing. And then if it's not correct, we'll send another string called incorrect and pass in that same guess. Cool. And then on our end, on the drawer's end, we have to append the past guess. Let's create a new function for that. That will basically, we can create a new past guess. So guess, in this case will be the string. If it's correct, is a bool. And past guesses, we can just add one on, and they'll automatically update the view the way we set it up. So past guess, and then we have our message, which is a guess, and then correct is correct. But we do want to add some extra stuff. So if it was correct, we want to say, we just want to change the message to, actually let's just do some interpolation to make it a bit cleaner. And then, so if it was correct, then we can write space was correct. Otherwise, we just keep it blank and it's just the guess itself. Cool. And that's everything that we need. For that, we can append our past guess. Guess is our message, parameter, sorry. Parameter. And there'll be guess correct. And then if we do receive that correct and also incorrect, we can just append the past guess. So let's just copy, paste, and this is true, this is false. Okay, and that's the sending the guesses. So we're almost done. Oh, not parameter event, a parameter. That's interesting. Now, what happens when you swap roles? Let's add a score. So score plus equals 1. Currently drawing. We're not we'll just set it to not currently join. So if it's false, then it becomes true. If it's true, it becomes false. Then our draw prompt for both sides will just be shuffled again. Random element, and I'll just do that. Cool. Sorry, not equals. It should be the other way around. So equals not currently drawing. And then now we need to swap roles. Swap roles. Sorry, game over. I mean. So is game over equals true? That'll bring us into the game over menu, and then we can do match.disconnect. Cool. So match.disconnect disconnects us from our match. Now we also want to reset the game when we go back to a menu. So reset game, or if the other player disconnects, then we have to force quit. So dispatch queue.main.async. This will allow us to do any SwiftUI updates, just so we can keep things smooth. It's just one of the requirements for UI updates, has to be in the main thread. And so we set is game over to false. We're not in the game anymore, so that's false. Our draw prompt becomes blank. Score is equal to 0. Remaining time, set that back to max time remaining. Last received drawing data will be the PK drawing, just a blank drawing. They'll also clear the canvas as well. And if we're the timekeeper, so we're not the timekeeper anymore, match delegate, that'll be nil. And then match is also nil. Other player doesn't exist anymore, nil. Past guesses, let's remove them all. And then player, UID key, let's scramble that up again, so we have a new one, and there you go. So in the game overview, we also need to do, in the button, to go back to menu, back to main menu, we just will reset the game. Let's see what we call it, the function. Reset game, yeah, it's called reset game. Match manager dot reset game. Okay, let's see if there's any other to-dos that we have. Disconnect from game. Yes, so in here we just do match manager dot reset game. At least I believe that's what it is. Let me check and verify that before we go ahead. Top bar. Oh, and we also need to disconnect from a match. So match manager dot match dot disconnect. And then game overview, let's also check that. Yeah, just reset game. Cool. So that should be all our 2Ds gone. There you go. We've tied up all the loose ends, or most of them. We have one more thing, and we need to handle what happens when the user ends or quits a game, or yeah, somehow disconnects. So let us go to back to the match delegate, and then we need to check if the state of the other player is disconnected, and also we haven't gamed over. Because if we do this to go back to the main menu, that means that we're gonna be forced exited out of the game. So not great. Forced exited out of the main menu, and we want game over screen. So we want to stay in the game over screen as long as the user wants to be in. So let's create an alert. And we just want to say, hey, the other player was disconnected. So let me just, yeah, so the title is player disconnected. Our message or description, let me just paste this in because it is a sentence and I can't be bothered to write too much, and that'll be an alert. For the alert, we'll add an action, just add a way to, actually wait, what is going on here? Extra arguments, message in call. Preferred style has to be alert. not style. There's different ways of creating an alert, and so if I don't do it properly, it just is preferred with a double. Oh, I can't spell. Anyways, let's create an add an action if we can. If the errors go away, let's see if they do. If they don't, let's go back to the game overview. Ooh, match manager. No, it does exist. Weird. It's just kind of. Okay, let's see what else it's UI alert controller. What I did not see that. Okay, anyways, let's add an action. UI alert action. In this case now it's different. So it's title, okay, and then default, just saying, hey, okay, this is okay, blah blah blah. And then it's passing in parameter, but I keep as an underscore because we don't need it. Self.match.disconnect. There we go. And then asynchronously, we will reset the game, and we will also go to root view controller and present the alert animated. Okay, this is the bulk of everything that we need. Oh, let me just close that bracket. Hold on, yeah. There is an extra bracket here. Oh, right, question mark. Okay, I think this is everything that we need. Let's run the game. See if it breaks. See if it runs. Let's see if this works. Quick match. We'll match up, connect. If it works, connecting. Okay, that's a good sign. And ready. Okay, all good. Let's see if you can draw a dustpan. It's not updating. Okay. And there's a very weird issue with the clock just flickering. So let's see if the guesses work though. So type a random guess. Okay. Dustpan. Okay, cool. And it doesn't solve the roles correctly. So yeah, it's just not passing some data around correctly. Okay, that's not the worst thing. Okay, it is kind of bad, but it is not the worst thing. Let's see what we missed. Oh, right. If the guess is correct, we also do need to swap roles. My bad. So swap roles in this case. When we're receiving the data. What else is there? So the timekeeper thing, it's just sort of like sending the data between each other, and it's becoming really buggy. So is timekeeper, let's see. Oh, right, we just set is timekeeper to true. No, we need it to be currently drawing, so we want one of them to take care of the time and one of them to not take care of the time. What else is there? That's some of the bugs fixed. Now the data isn't being sent, and this is a very annoying issue which I spent so long trying to fix. Alright, I think I have an idea of what might have happened. So I'm gonna set the I'm gonna move in the drawing view, the canvas view, just down here. To create to put the canvas view down here, and every time I reference a canvas view here, I'm just gonna chuck in UI view instead. Since this UI view will update the UI view in the function directly. Hopefully this might do something. Now I can't guarantee that this will work, but it's a good improvement. I think it will help just a bit. Now let's see if this works. I'm gonna run it. Alright, I have the apps open. Hopefully this works, and I don't have to worry about anything anymore, and I can just finish off the tutorial. But let's see if it updates. Ooh, it's updating. Okay, and if I can erase, it erases. Okay, this is progress. Dun. Flashlight. Okay, if I type something random. Okay, it's wrong, but flashlight. Okay, flashlight was correct. And I can type now while this person can draw socks. And it updates. Oh wait, there's no score view. Okay. Let me do this quickly. Okay. This is one last thing, which I completely forgot. This shouldn't take long at all. Hopefully not. It's just at the tab bar, or the top view, sorry. Yeah, top bar. Under the Z stack, just at the bottom of the Z stack. Ooh, I did something. Okay, that's... shouldn't have done anything bad, at least. Okay, Z stack. So under the H stack in the Z stack, let's add some text for the score. Match manager dot score. Bold, title, font needs to be the title. Foreground color has to be a color. In this case, it'll be primary yellow or primary purple. I can just paste this in, and that's done. Ooh, okay. Hopefully, this should be it, and then I can stop it. I'm probably not going to test everything because I've already tested everything and it seems to work. So if on your end it doesn't work, so you can just kind of check and compare against my code. But I am going to run it. I'm going to finish it, and it'll be done. Oh, this has been a long endeavor. Let's see if it works. The sign-in works. Matchmaking doesn't work. Player 2. Okay, scissors. Let's draw. Cutty thingies. Yeah, okay. Scissors. And the score increases, and then it changes. If I guess folder, it also increases. If I quit the game, the other player gets disconnected. Alright, I'm not gonna show the game over because I think it's, you can test it for yourself, and I've already tested it. That's all I'm gonna show for today. And that's the end of the tutorial, so I hope you stayed along and you got it finished and it's working. I'm gonna head over to the outro, so I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. So yeah, thanks. And then let's head over to the outro me. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video and tutorial, and I hope you learned a thing or two. But otherwise, my website is at www.madebyuma.com, and my Twitter and Instagram is at yumasorianto. Those are displayed below. But anyways, thank you, and I hope to see you in the next video.